Fandom conventions, a place for people to gather to express their love for their favorite comic books, movies, and shows. One of the main appeals, perhaps, is that these conventions allow people to dress up in costumes that demonstrate cosplay abilities. Today I learned more about these costumes when I visit with someone who made cosplay their life, passion, and career. Meet costume creator, Blisk.
I make costumes. That is what I do all day, every day. I try to maintain a schedule. Usually I get up like around 8 to let the dogs out, and I come figure out what I'm doing for the day. Any type of costume play where you are taking the time to pick out a character and put everything together, whether it be, you buy it from a store or you go thrifting, it's still a type of cosplay.
While Blisk has worked on various cosplay projects, she specializes in fursuits, like the one I'm trying on now. And she has been a part of the furry fandom since 2004. What is a furry?
Furries are a subsect of cosplay. They tend to lean more towards animal costumes, and sometimes they're really cute, sometimes they're not. So this one was called Cage Case. It's just supposed to be a rat that has like some sort of plague-ish stuff going on with it. And this is the stuff I love doing. I love doing SFX kind of like weird, gross stuff.
So if someone was interested in the furry fandom, how would they learn more about it?
It's scary to say, but like the internet, use your own personal discretion. Obviously, if you're not liking something you're reading, try finding something else. There's a lot of long-lasting negative stories out there that have sort of put a shadow over things, and everybody kind of jumps to that conclusion. But it's like, I've been a part of it for so long, and I've seen just like that much of the bad side. It's mostly really good people who are just socially awkward.
And how did Blisk get into cosplay?
I was actually going to college for psychology. I was a gas station clerk, so I was doing that to put myself through school, and this was just something I kind of did as a hobby, along with like painting and drawing, and I just sort of fell into making it full-time. And then costumes just took over, and now psychology is my hobby. My mom and I used to make my Halloween costumes when I was little. I always had like the coolest costume. She made me Bride of Frankenstein one year, and she used a can of hairspray, and she got my hair to stand up. She did the stripe down the middle. I always had crafting books when I was little. Used to get them in the mail in the 90s. So crafting and making my own stuff has definitely been a big part of where that came from. Cosplay encompasses so much, and you can turn anything into a cosplay item. I think breathing life into whatever materials they have is what makes it cosplay, and it doesn't really matter whether it's low end or high end, as long as you're having fun. This is a 3D printed base, and this is how most of them start off, just empty with a lot of potential.
And how much does it take to make a fursuit?
Startup costs on the cheaper end of making yourself something, like head to toe, $800 to $1,000. Fabric costs, the foam costs, the glue costs, the startup equipment. There's always a way to do stuff on a dime. I hit up YouTube. It's a great place to learn how to do. I still use YouTube. Sometimes I just need to know like one little thing, and I'm like, all right, I'll just go to YouTube and find somebody who knows what they're talking about.
The cost of creating a fursuit can be anywhere from $800 to $1,000, but Blisk is able to sell them from $500 to $7,000. After learning this much information about how fursuits were built, I wanted to know if Blisk had built any suits of her own characters.
Her name is Geen.
Geen?
Yeah, she's sort of an old character I've had for a long time. Back when I was like edgy and all this stuff. Like, her name was the Hollow Geen. She's got a skull face, and she's got like black ichor dripping down her face, and she's kind of a Wendigo, and she's got dreadlocks. For my birthday in February, I was like, hey, I should make myself something. I haven't made myself something in a while. I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I took this old character and just breathed new life into her and redeveloped her and had fun. So that's one of my main ones. My friend did this art for me of my Chupacabra character. Yeah, just it's one of my few that I haven't like sat down and fully developed yet, but I've done a couple of cover pieces and had other people do stuff.
So today I learned about making fursuits and cosplay costumes. If you want to make your own fursuits, there's lots of great resources and forums and cosplay creators on YouTube. In fact, you can follow Blisk. I've also learned that creating fursuits is a practice of patience and passion, and making any of these costumes takes a lot of artistic skill. Thank you again, Bliss, for giving me a glimpse into the life of a cosplay creator.